A very common administrative task on a CentOS system is going to involve adding users, removing users, adding groups to the system, adding users to those groups, and sometimes deleting groups. Now we'll cover this in two parts. In this first part, I'll show you how to add a user, give that user a password, create a group, and add a user to that group. So let's begin by adding a user. We'll use the useradd command. However, we will need root privileges in order to do that. So sudo useradd, and then the name of the user that you would like to add, Tyvon. So after entering your root password, the Tyvon account has been created. Now if we want to add a password to this account, we'll use sudo passwd and then the name of the account for which we would like to add or modify a password. I will then enter the password, and notice that I chose a short password, and so it's going to go ahead and warn me that that password really is short and that I should choose a different one, but notice that it allows me to add that short, bad, or insecure password anyway. So that's up to the system administrator to make sure that the passwords are secure, but it does give you a warning there. Now we can create a new group. And to do that, in the same way that we used useradd in order to add a user, we can use groupadd in order to add a new group. We'll go ahead and call this new group, just for an example. So I forgot to put sudo there. Let me put sudo groupadd new group, creates a new group, in this case, new group called new group. Okay, I probably should have called it something else because now that's a lot to say. But let's go ahead and see how we would add our new user Tyvon to our new group. Again, regretting that decision to call it new group. What we're going to do here, and we'll need root privileges, is call up usermod. So sudo usermod, and then the A option is going to stand for append. If you don't do the A option, you won't be adding the user to a new group. You'll be destroying their current group settings, if any, and reducing it to whatever you specify here. Then we'll use the capital G option, and that's for group, and it is different than a lowercase g. And now we can specify the group we want to add, and then the user we want to be a member of this group. So sudo usermod, A for append, capital G, the name of the group, and then the user. Now what we can do is type groups and then the name of our new user, which is Tyvon, and we can see that Tyvon is a member of this new group. Let's practice this one more time before moving on to the next module, where I'll talk about removing users from groups, deleting groups, and deleting users. So let's go ahead and groupadd, create a new group, and we're going to call this one test3. And we've now created the test3 group. Now we want to add, I'll go ahead and add myself to this group, sudo usermod append. Before I do that, let me show you what my current group structure looks like, or my membership. My group membership looks like this. I'm a part of Sysmin, Wheel, and Cody. Those are all the groups that my user account is associated with. So now let's go and add myself to the test3 group, sudo usermod ag test3 Cody. Now when I type groups Cody, you can see that I'm a member of test3 and I've retained all of my other membership in all of the other groups. If we do groups Tyvon and we bring this up here, you see Tyvon's a member of the Tyvon group and the new group. Well, watch this. This is what not to do. If you do sudo usermod, let's do lowercase g, so sudo usermod lowercase g test3 Tyvon. What this is going to do is destroy his current membership and make it so he is only a part of test3, and that's going to be his default group. So if we do groups Tyvon, then you can see here what we've done. We've taken it away so that he's still a member of new group, but he's not a member of Tyvon anymore. His default group is test3 now. So that destroyed his default group. And if we were to issue this with a capital G, then we could take a look at his membership and see that we completely destroyed it. So I had those backwards there. The lowercase g is going to specify his default group, and the uppercase G is going to specify group or groups that you want that user to be a part of. So you can see that it's very important that you append, and important that you know whether you're trying to change the default group, which is a lowercase g, or you're trying to add the user to multiple groups or a single group, but you can specify multiple groups with this command here, just using a comma. So you could specify multiple groups there if you wanted to add that user to multiple groups at the same time.